eating out versus eating at home?
Oh, eating at home, definitely. As much of a treat as it is to eat out, we get so much more nourishment from preparing and eating our foods at home.
Most of my ladies, when they come to see me, say they want to eat less sugar and processed foods and more fruit and vegetables. How do we actually do that?
That's an excellent question. And a lot of people do struggle with that. Um, part of the first part is just simply being aware and making the decision that that is something that we want to do because we recognize the benefits of it. So I guess the first thing that I always think of is if it's not physically in your house, it's going to be a lot harder to eat it. So start by, either getting rid of those things, or if you're not comfortable throwing them out, finish them, enjoy them, and then just don't replace them. So replace them with the things that you do want to be eating. So, and sometimes that's as little as, well, this week I'm going to try one new thing from the vegetable section at the grocery store, whatever that may be. I've never had, I don't know, orange bell pepper. Grab an orange. Kohlrabi. Oh my gosh, you just said like one of my absolute favorite vegetables of all time.
I've never cooked that. I don't know what it is. I don't know what to do with it. It's this weird looking thing with knobs on it.
It's so yummy. So you can cook it, but you can also eat it raw. I grew up eating it raw. And so literally the leaves are edible also, but you cut off the stem, you peel it, and from where the root comes out and the leaves, you have to go down just a little bit for where those enter the main root, and you cut it off. You'll feel it under the knife. If it's real tough, you need to go a little bit farther. And then when it's easy to cut off, you've reached the point that it's good eating, edible, so to speak. Yes. Peel off that thick skin, chop it up. It's great all by itself, just as it is. It's crunchy, kind of sweet, maybe a little bit peppery, depending on your kohlrabi. Or you can put it in salads. You can saute it up, just add it to a stir fry. It takes a little bit longer to cook up because it's a thicker vegetable, so it has to go just a little bit longer. It's one of the first ones that end up in your saute pan. But yeah, try it. It's amazing.
So a lot of this, I think, like picky eaters or people that tend to eat the same things over and over, maybe they were raised eating certain things, or they had a very limited palate, or maybe they were raised by family members that didn't enjoy cooking.
Yeah.
So as we get into adults have been cooking for ourselves, branching out, going to the farmer's market, finding some new produce, something that you've never seen before. I found these little pointy cabbages at the Vancouver farmer's market recently. They were bred to grow into a little cone.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. Cone head cabbages. They're slightly more tender, and they make really great coleslaw because they are a bit more tender.
Now, is there a good gateway vegetable for my people that just go, I just don't like eating vegetables?
I always think that sweet bell peppers are a good gateway vegetable, just because red, yellow, orange, they taste more sweet than they do anything else. They're easy to wash up and slice.
You can eat them raw, you can cook them, put them in a salad, put them in a stir fry.
Yeah,
Not absolutely too strong of a flavor.
Yep. Cucumber, if you want to, sort of make an entrance with cucumber, sometimes the peels can be a little bit bitter. So some people will start by peeling those until you figure out which ones have a less bitter skin. Usually the little Persian cucumbers, the skins are really thin and not bitter. So that can always be a nice one also.
So maybe a mild or something that isn't kale or that isn't a really strong flavor. Because some people are just like, I just hate kale, I'm not going to eat it.
That's fair. It's a thicker vegetable. It takes more chewing, or you can cook it up longer. And it's not for everybody, and that's okay. So even just, like with lettuces, we're accustomed to iceberg lettuce. It's everywhere. It's very inexpensive, and it's really full of water, which is fantastic. So if you're a person who suffers with dehydration, or if you have constipation a lot, something like iceberg lettuce can actually be really helpful because it does have so much water content. And if we're looking to branch out a little bit from there, go to some green leaf lettuce, go to some red leaf lettuce, some romaine hearts. Those are just, they all have a little bit different amount of some of the different vitamins and minerals, and the flavors are all pretty similar and
So you
mild.
just start with something you know you like, and then get something that's similar, but maybe a little bit different or a little bit new. That'd be an easy way to branch out and try a new veggie.
Yes, absolutely.